Welcome to the Dr. April Jasper Show, relevant conversations for business owners of today. Alcon Water Innovations is a proud sponsor of the Dr. April Jasper Show. Water is integral to our lives and to the technology that makes Alcon Water Innovations contact lenses. Personally, I wear Dailies Total 1 because they feel like nothing. With a portfolio that also includes Precision 1, Precision 7, and Total 30, it's easy to reach for Water Innovations lenses for my patients too. Talk to your Alcon rep today and be sure you're getting the most out of Alcon's Water Innovations lenses that translate to all-day comfort. Welcome to the Dr. April Jasper Show. We are recording another episode of 4 Students.
5 Students.
I love it. Allie and I have so much fun recording these, and we tell family stories, and we just have all kinds of good times. Tell my watch to stop buzzing. So what we want to talk about today, we love really following some of the Prevent Blindness Health Awareness months. And this month, one of the awareness things that we wanted to look at was actually women's eye health.
Crazy.
So where should we start?
Well, I know that you are currently editor of the Optometric Management magazine. Is that correct?
Yes.
I want to make sure I got that correct.
I sure hope Allie knows that.
I know, but sometimes there's so many magazines and I get it confused sometimes. Okay, I'm so sorry. So I have to know what brought you to do that role, and then when you were doing it, what did you learn about women's eye health and the gap in awareness, in like spreading that awareness to the patients?
Wow. So as editor of Optometric Management magazine, I think that was such a privilege to start that role. I'm currently in that role. I have been since 2017.
Wow.
And what's really fun about that is they give me the freedom to talk about the things that matter in my life. So when you read those articles, you're going to read all about what's going on in our life. You're going to read about eye awareness. You're going to read about women's health and men's health. It's been fun. So how has it influenced my knowledge of women's eye health? And I think I get the chance to read all the articles that so many doctors write, and it helps me to be a better doctor. It really helps me to take better care of my patients, and I bring that to them, and I think that's been amazing. One of the things, too, that I found is that it made me aware of some statistics I didn't know before. So when you look at women's eye health, there are medical conditions and eye conditions that are more prevalent in women as opposed to men. Mm-hmm. And some of it's hormonal, some of it's occupational, some of it is, we're going to talk about it, aren't we?
Yes, we are. So, as someone who's been doing it for a long time, what is it, 30 years? I think you've been in eye health now in total, right?
Yes. Let's see. 31.
31? Oh, that's
31 years.
Wow, that'll be me someday,
Don't
guys.
I look good?
You do. Fantastic. So, as someone who's been around the topic for a long time, how do you feel like the awareness has shifted from, maybe not 31 years ago, but even 15 years ago? How do you think it's shifted from then to now?
And maybe even why does it matter, right?
Right, yeah.
So why do we even have these awareness moments, awareness months, and emphasis on different conditions?
Yeah.
And it goes back to your question. Your question is, what has changed over the years? And I think the thing that really made this important to me is that I wanted women to know that you are at higher risk for different eye problems. And because of that, you must take care of yourself. And I'm not saying men take better care of themselves, but I'm saying that many times a woman is doing a lot more in the household. And so they tend to put, and we know this by all the data that we have, they tend to put their eye exams last.
On the back burner.
That's right. They don't take care of themselves. I forgot. I'll never forget. I hate to admit it to the public, but I'm going to tell y'all, I went in to see the OBGYN, not my favorite doctor to go to anyway, but I went in one year. You guys had been born, and I'm raising kiddos, and I go in, and I almost got in an argument with them because they told me it had been 5 years since I'd been in.
Oh!
Like, no, it's not. I don't do that. There's no way. And I made them go back and look at the numbers, and I was shocked. I know, but that's what women do. We tend to forget.
Distracted, yeah.
Yeah, so what
Life gets busy.
I think to your point, I think what I love about the years that have gone by is that I've seen more awareness in all different areas. Many of us really are inspired by data. So when I hear that more women have this problem than another, I think it gives me more information I can share with my patients that come in that are women, so that I can tell them, these are your risk factors. This is what we're watching out for. This is why you need to come in for your checkups.
Okay. Well, I have another big question.
Okay.
This one's going to be
Better
big.
take a drink.
Yes, take a drink. This is a big one. Makeup, cosmetics,
Yeah.
the whole thing. I don't wear a bunch of it because I have psoriasis and I have really sensitive skin. So I literally I've tried all the different types of mascaras. I can't wear them because I literally just react. So there's all of these different products. I mean, there's no way that you can, like, people wear 78 million things. I've seen the influencers with their drawers of mascara and their drawers of all the eye makeup. How, like, what's the most dangerous thing that you've seen recently? Is there one that you've seen that's really something that you're just like, no, don't do that? Is there anything out there that you've seen in the makeup industry like that?
You know, there's so many products that are not good for your eyes. Unfortunately, products aren't regulated, and so it's very difficult to know what you're getting when you buy something. And I think the sad part for me is that you have younger and younger people, girls and boys, that are jumping into the cosmetic industry and buying products that are not intended for kids and probably not even that great for adults.
Yeah.
And so just the overuse that you mentioned is one of the big things. The other things, though, I mean, there's people that will put makeup on the inside of their lids. That's never a good idea. That's never something you want. It blocks your meibomian glands, so it causes dry eye. There are products that are actually dangerous that patients should never be using. And now you can get products that were originally prescription. People can find ways to get them over the counter and start using them when they shouldn't. So one of the most common are retinoids. So you shouldn't be using that if you're of childbearing age. You shouldn't be using that if you have skin that's not right for it. And actually, to your point, Allie, there are more people now than ever before that have conditions like eczema and psoriasis. And products that you put around your eyes can cause problems. I mean, you guys probably can't see it in the video right now, but Allie's struggling with it right now. And she just went to her dermatologist.
My derm was on Monday.
Because she's struggling with it. Her husband happens to be a glaucoma specialist, so she knows more about these things, and she also is our friend. So every time I would go with Allie when she was younger, I'd be like, remember, I don't want steroid creams around her eyelids. Find a way. By the way, she has to still use steroid creams around the lid, but that's very scary and concerning, and always consult with your doctor first because there's a timing issue and the right kind. But anyway, there are a lot more people that have skin allergies now than ever before too. And so the products you use are extremely important. So this may become a bigger issue because more people are using it than just, it's not just women. And I think the biggest challenge is, unfortunately, the influencer generation, because they don't know these things. And there are products that could possibly do wonderful things for you cosmetically, but be harming you in many other ways. So anything that goes around the eye, please be careful. Talk to your doctor first, because there's so many things that can go wrong.
So now I have to know. I'm seeing patients this semester all the time. It's coming up a lot more often. I'm so excited. But now I want to know how you have that conversation with your patients without making them feel judged because of their makeup routine. Like, you're trying to help them, and how do you walk that delicate line of stop doing it, it's bad for you, but I'm also not judging you. I'm slightly stressed out about that. So how would you word that for me?
Many doctors avoid those conversations for just that reason. And I don't think it's just eye doctors, it's doctors in general. They know that there's a few reasons. One is too, Allie, that I think that there are many doctors now that don't want to waste their time. Meaning they don't want to have that conversation just to have their patient look at them and be like, yeah, I don't believe you. And patients they won't come out and say they don't believe you.
Right.
But they'll still go about their ways of doing what they've done, and unfortunately will believe someone they see on the internet before they'll believe their doctor. And so for doctors out there, don't get discouraged. Your patients need you. They need us. They need us to be the expert. And that leads us to what Allie's saying is, well, then, okay, if I'm the expert, how do I have this conversation without feeling awkward or making my patient feel judged? And I think it's all about the tone. So you hear the tone in our voices. You know, I hope that when you listen even to this podcast, you know how much we love you. And we do this because we want to inspire and educate, but we just hope that your day is brighter, and our tone should do that. So the tone matters in questions, but then just questions that don't lead to judgment. So here's 2 ways I could ask you.
Okay.
Are you wearing that awful stuff that I see advertised on different social media channels? Do you ever put that stuff around your eyes?
Let's not say it like that. How about that?
But I could. Or a little bit better would be to say, you know, there's a lot of really bad stuff out there. I hope you're not one of those using any of that stuff around your eyes, because it can cause problems. And maybe that's a little better, but still not awesome.
Yeah, I was very mixed emotions about that one. I was like, no thanks, but ow.
Right.
Okay.
So one of the simplest things to do is just to have in your questionnaire that you have them fill out, or have your team as they're coming in, just say, do you have any products that you use on your face or your eyes on a regular basis? Okay. And always end it with a smile. And then if my team, when they ask the question, don't get any answers, then another great time to ask your patient is when you're looking at them behind the microscope. This is the slit lamp, by the way, if y'all are watching. This is how we do it.
That's it. That's it. I can vouch now. That's crazy.
So now when the patient's there with their eyes in the microscope, you can say, by the way, I don't see that we had an answer to this question, but I did want to ask you, is there anything you ever put on your eyes or use around your eye area? Okay. Any products, and that would include anything you buy in, say, Sephora. And
Ulta.
Right.
Is that the name of it? I think it's the name of it.
But you want a real answer.
Right.
You truly want to know. And you don't have to give them a reason. I would just stop there. Because you know what's going to happen then? They're sitting back there as the patient with their chin in the chin rest, and they're going, what does she see? Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
And for you patients that are there, yes, we do see it. We see it
all
all.
of it. Even when you come in with no makeup, there's a little bit of debris in there because it's hard to get all of it.
And it's our job as your doctor to share with you all of the things that could be done and you could do to give you your best vision for a lifetime.
Right.
And I think that's where this is so important.
Okay.
That probably leads us to one of the biggest things.
Well, actually, I'm going to lead away now from cosmetics. So that I think that was good coverage for the cosmetic section. Now I'm going to talk about autoimmune conditions.
Okay.
Because, you know, the psoriasis girl over here. So women are at higher risk for a lot of autoimmune conditions than men necessarily. And some of them that I've learned about recently are thyroid eye disease, rheumatoid arthritis, Sjogren's syndrome, all the different things that it can affect the eyes a lot stronger than others. So are we screening for those in practices? Is that a common thing that we're looking for when our patients come in? And are we like, do they see us first and we diagnose that? How does that, in practice, I would love to know how that works as I'm going into my clinics.
You know, when you think of some of the things that women experience first or the most as far as eye health related issues, you're right, Allie. One of those will be that category of autoimmune disorders.
Right. And
so many patients do know they have those conditions before they show up in our office.
Okay.
And believe it or not, most of those doctors are very good about telling patients to go have an eye exam.
Oh, okay.
And so that's good. Yeah. But it's not always. There are times when patients come in to see us, and what we will see as a result of those disorders will be things like blepharitis. So they have debris on the lids that needs to be managed and cleaned, and we have special processes for that and products. In our office, we have OcuSoft lid cleansers. We have allergy cleansers. We have drops. There's a lot of things that go into that.
Right.
But the other thing that can happen is dryness. So one of the big areas that women struggle, and this is honestly probably at the top of my list of things I talk about every single day, and I have the same problem, is dry eye disease. And it is a chronic disease. So the thing about dry eye is that it does not heal itself. It is a chronic problem. It is aggravated by cosmetics, so back to the cosmetics again,
Right.
as well as environment, as well as medication, as well as different conditions. So it is so important for us to, as you had suggested, be proactive, ask about these things. And what I love about our practice, in our practice, we proactively screen for dry eye disease because we have technology that allows us to do that. It
Very
images
cool.
their meibomian glands,
Yeah.
checks for dryness. It looks at the lids to see if there's any debris so we can get them cleansers, the right products. And we even have technology we can use that is a heat treatment called Tixel Eye that allows us,
It's very cool.
it allows us, literally 5 minutes and it's done. You have to do 3 treatments. It's incredible. Wasn't a cheap instrument to have. I mean, it was expensive for the practice, but it's the right thing for the patient because it helps to regenerize the meibomian glands. And once they're back to working as they should, everything is so much better.
I love that. So I guess my last question. So for Women's Eye Health Awareness Month, what do you want the women watching this podcast, what do you want your patients to know and to just to act on when they come in? Like,
Sure.
do you want them to, what do you want women to know about their eyes and to make sure that they're aware of what's going on?
One of the most important things I think that we can help our patients to be aware of, women specifically, since we're talking about the conditions more common that they have,
Right.
is that, first of all, there are conditions that are more common in women than men. And it's important that you go to your doctor on a regular basis because your eye doctor is going to be able to screen you for that. People think they could just have this exam on the computer and that's an exam. It is not. It is not checking your retina. That exam on the computer is not looking to see if you have dry eye disease. It has a purpose, and I'm glad that there's something out there to help people, but it is not a real eye exam. And so when you come into our practice, we have amazing technology that helps us to detect dry eye disease. It helps us to make certain we don't miss anything. Because I think, honestly, Allie, the worst thing that could happen would be for someone to go on living with a chronic eye problem that could have been treated and decrease their symptoms, signs and symptoms, make their life better. And women that are out there, if you don't know that you're at higher risk for certain diseases, you don't know to go do anything about it. So we just wanted to make you aware, also help our students to know this is a thing. And
Gotta keep an eye out.
Yeah. Did you make a joke?
Eye out.
On that note, we'll see you next time.